Hello and welcome to part 4 of my spring deep cleaning series. Today we are going to be tackling our laundry room, so I will be doing a deep clean of our washer, which is much needed. Show you guys how I like to do that. And I will also be cleaning out the vent in our dryer. So first, I just wanted to do a quick tidy. I also needed to kind of declutter my hooks and everything here. I had a few purses that I no longer use, and I just went through everything, reorganized it, and got rid of anything I didn't need. If you've been watching this series, definitely leave a comment letting me know if I have taught you anything or motivated you to start deep cleaning your own home. And before we get super into deep cleaning our laundry room, I hope you hit that thumbs up for me. It really helps my channel. So I'm done decluttering and just reorganizing all those little hooks. Now I want to focus on our washer, but I need to get our steam cleaner warmed up. It takes a good 15 minutes for it to warm up, so I'm going to go ahead and just go through all of our cabinets. I'm going to wipe down any of the shelves that really need it, and I'm just going to do a quick declutter. I've decluttered these very, very recently, so it is not bad at all. So it only took me like 5 minutes to really go through each of these cabinets and get rid of anything that I no longer need. That is the beauty of cleaning out a space on a consistent or regular basis. Each time you do it, it gets easier and easier. The most popular series on my channel is my first ever decluttering series. I went through every single room, nook and cranny, closet, cabinet, everything. I touched every single item in our house, decluttered everything that we do not use or do not need. So if you guys need that decluttering motivation, I will make sure that link is in the description for you for that video. It's incredibly motivating. Summer vacation is really creeping up on us, so I'm curious if you guys have any summer plans, if you plan on going any vacations, let me know in the comments. We don't have any summer vacation plans yet. We recently had gone to Wisconsin just to see some snow and visit with some family, so we don't have any summer plans, but we are planning a big trip for our 10-year wedding anniversary, but that won't be until February, but I always start planning trips super far in advance. So eventually, to get rid of all this clutter on the shelf, I want to continue on these cabinets, and I'll probably continue this shelf as well just to give some added storage. But until then, it's just that cluttered looking kind of mess. Now I'm going to move on to this closet. You can see this lovely dust bunny in here. It's been a little while since I've cleaned this out. There were a few things in here I really just needed to get rid of, but overall it just needed a good tidying and straightening. So I'm just taking it shelf by shelf. So I was using this bin to hold our garbage bags, but when the garbage bags are new, they're too big for this bin and they don't fit. So it hasn't been working out quite as well as I had initially planned. So instead of putting the garbage bags in there, I decided to put all of our scrub brushes and sponges, and that seemed to work out a lot better. And then you'll see the garbage bags in a little bit, but sometimes just the box they come in is going to be better than anything you can reorganize them into. I like to be very realistic when I am decluttering and organizing spaces. and just using a damp microfiber cloth to kind of mop the area in here because there were a few spills, and I also dusted off the molding. So here we are, a nicely cleaned out closet. Here's everything I actually ended up throwing away today from this laundry room, and then I had a few things I was going to donate. Anyway, our steam cleaner is warmed up now. It is ready to be used. So I'm starting off by just dusting off our washer, just getting any of that loose dust off, and then I will use my multi-purpose spray. This is Miss Meyer's multi-purpose spray, and I will spray everything down. Our washer is filthy. There's just dirt, crumbs, and gunk everywhere, so I'm going to be washing all of this off. So I always start by kind of wiping everything down with my microfiber cloth, and then I realized these buttons actually come off just like they do on a stove. They just pull right out and you can clean underneath them. So much easier. And then they just pop right back on. Anyway, after I'm done wiping off what I can with the microfiber cloth, I find it so much easier to use the steam cleaner on all those nooks and crannies in a washer that you can't normally get to. So there's a smaller steam shot by Bizzle that I see a lot of other YouTubers that like to use. It's a little handheld steam cleaner, so it's not as big as the one I'm using. My husband actually got the one I'm using a while ago for like detailing his car. So we've had it for a while. And it works fantastic. So if you want to go with this one, and it is a little bit more expensive, but it's almost like industrial grade, and it works fantastic. But I will make sure both of them are linked. The one that's smaller, more affordable, and this one as well. So now that I've wiped as much as I can down, I'm going to go ahead and use our steam cleaner to get an even deeper clean. There is this crevice behind this door that is super hard to clean out, and you can see all the crumbs in there, but it's so hard to get to. With the steam cleaner, it just like pushes all of it out so much easier and leaves my washer looking like brand new. I do have some rust spots on our washer. We have incredibly like hard water with lots of iron and like calcium and who knows what. Anyway, it ends up like causing our washer to rust a little bit, and I try my best to wipe it down whenever I can to keep it from doing that. But our washer is probably like 8 years old now, which I think is a pretty good life for a washer. But I will of course be using it until it dies. We've already replaced a few parts in it, but I like to take care of everything that I have. I feel like we need to, as a group, collectively start emailing washer and dryer companies that we need easier ways to clean our washers and our dryers. So the bit here in the middle, this agitator, is so difficult to clean. I wish there were an easier way to take it off completely so I could just bring it to our sink and really scrub it down, but it's incredibly difficult to take apart. We have taken it apart before because we had to switch out the bottom part, but it was so hard to do. I'm never gonna do it again because I don't think I was even able to take it off. It was my husband that had to, because it was just really, like, you had to be really strong. Anyway, the dryer as well, like the dryer lint area, I'll be cleaning it out later. But if they can make that just a little easier to get to so we can clean it out, especially since you're supposed to clean it out a good, like every 6 months or so, if not more, because if you use your dryer more often, it's going to fill up with lint a lot faster. But instead, there's 1.5 million screws that you have to undo in order to get to the area, or you can use like a specialized vacuum tool like I do to get down in there. Anyway, I know there's theories on them making it that difficult so that you have to buy a new washer and dryer sooner, but Anyway, I've gotten our agitator cleaned. I'm going to be cleaning the inside now, so I'm going to be putting it on a large load on a hot setting, also on heavy, and then my washer has a few different options for soaking or a deep fill that I'm going to turn off. And I'm going to fill it with about 4 cups of vinegar, and it's going to basically clean itself. Time to move on to our dryer. So I'm just dusting it off really quickly, and then I'll use my multi-purpose spray again, that Miss Meyer's multi-purpose spray, and wipe it down completely. You can buy like little covers like I have for your dryer. I actually made mine out of, like, the inside is a towel, and then I had some like fabric from curtains that I had a long time ago, and I sewed it into a cover for our dryer. So it really protects like the top of our dryer and keeps it nice, because I'm constantly piling things on top of it. So the next area that I really need to clean out, I think it's been at least 6 months, but I need to clean out all the lint that has been trapped inside our dryer. So this needs to be cleaned out. I think most manufacturers recommend at least every 6 months, if not more often. And then there's always a duct that either goes to your roof or the side of your house for your dryer that needs to get cleaned out at least every year. You can do it yourself, or you can always hire somebody else to do it. I've always done it myself. It's not too difficult, but I don't do it today, but I will make sure there's a video linked in the description if you ever want to learn how to do it. It's the same video I used to teach myself. But anyway, I just picked up this tool, and before I even get to it later, I'm not going to recommend it at all. It's awful. I went right back to my usual piece here. It just hooks up to my vacuum, and I have to make sure it's on the least amount of suction, otherwise it collapses the hose and then it doesn't work. I also have to make sure on my vacuum that I have it on the 3 holes to vent, and then it works nicely. So it's a really weird angle here, but it's the only way I could show you guys the inside of the vent as I'm sucking everything out. But you can see a lot of the lint and dust that has built up down there. I'll even change the camera here a little bit so you can really see on the other side as well. There's even more deeper down that I just could not like show with the video. It's too awkward of an angle, but I will show you in the end how much lint came out of this dryer. I had started with a completely empty container for my vacuum, so I will dump that out and show you guys how much I got out of here. So this piece really just made a mess. The dust was flying everywhere whenever I pulled it out. It did help with loosening some of the dusty areas that weren't coming up very easily with the vacuum. So I basically just used this to loosen up and clean out some of the areas, and then I just took the vacuum back and sucked it all up. So the vent is as clean as I can possibly get it. So now I'm going to show you guys how much came out of there. So it's been about 6 months since I've cleaned out our dryer, and this is all the lint I was able to get out of there. Our dryer, I'm sure, is going to work so much better now, and it also becomes like a fire hazard. Like if you don't clean out your vent on your dryer, it can catch fire. I guess it is like one of the most common ways house fires can start. So make sure you are cleaning out your dryer vent. So I'm going to vacuum up this side of the laundry room, and then I will move the washer and dryer out so I can clean behind them. There's always a really big buildup of dirt and dust that ends up behind them. I usually find some socks and different things too. So anyway, our washer is done washing itself with that vinegar. It looks nice and shiny, and the vinegar also helps get rid of any like mildew, smells, and different things inside your washer. So that worked great. Now I'm going to move them out so I can clean behind them. I did turn off the breaker, so our washer and our dryer are both turned off before I moved them. So I did not find any socks or anything this time around, but there was a lot of dirt and dust, so I'm vacuuming all of that up. So here we are behind our washer and our dryer. It's all dusted and cleaned out. Feels so good, and I'm just going to move them back into place. We are nearing the end of today's video. If you got some motivation from this, I hope you hit that thumbs up for me. I appreciate every single one of those. They help my channel out so much. And I hope you leave a comment letting me know if I've given you any motivation or if there's any videos you want to see. I just love hearing from you guys, because the only way I know that you're watching is if you leave a comment. So I'm actually going to have a bonus video probably sometime this week. It's going to be a whole house clean with me. I'll try to get it up by Tuesday or maybe Thursday. So just keep your eyes out for that. And on next Sunday, I think we're going to stitch all of these videos together. So it'll be a huge whole house deep clean with me of every single room. I'll also add some more bits in there from other rooms that I've deep cleaned that aren't quite as big. Like, they're not big enough for me to just put into one video. So be on the lookout for that. It's going to be incredibly motivating, and I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.